The story is about a boy named Andy Davis, who is playing with his toys, and his favorite toy is a cowboy named Woody. Everything was fine until on Andy's birthday, a Space Ranger toy, the World Protection Unit is called Buzz. It changes everything. Woody volunteers to see who the new toy is. When he goes to bed, Buzz targets him with his laser until he realizes he's a sheriff. He thinks he really came from outer space. The toys came to meet the Buzz, and from here, everything changed. Like posters, paintings, and the other things too. And all the attention goes to Buzz and Woody's jealousy. And Andy leaves Woody in the box with other toys and takes Buzz to bed with him. Start some alarming noises draw the toys to the open window, where they see the neighbor kid, Sid, about to blow up an action car, and the toys explain to Buzz that Sid has been torturing the toys. Seconds later, nothing is left of the toy and his canvas is thrown into the air. Time passes until Andy's mother tells him that they want to go to a space restaurant for dinner and he can bring a toy. Woody planned to hurt Buzz and succeeded in throwing him out of the window, and the toys attacked Woody after seeing this scene. Andy comes, and when he doesn't see Buzz, he takes Woody with him. Meanwhile, Buzz comes out of the bushes and gets into the back of the car. When Andy's mother stops at the gas station, suddenly the roof of the car comes in, and Woody was happy to see Buzz, but Buzz was still very angry. He attacked Woody and both of them fell out of the car and the car started to move. Fortunately, Woody sees another vehicle and he tricks Buzz into coming with him. Woody gets in the back of the car and Buzz in the front to fasten his seatbelt, and they head to the space restaurant. Using food parcels, they manage to get through the door, which suddenly climbs up into a clawed crane machine shaped like a spaceship, which he thinks is the ship Woody promised him. When Buzz enters, he sees a large number of aliens who believe that the claw is a god. Woody, who wants to take Buzz out, suddenly Sid comes and takes them home and immediately gives the three-eyed alien to Scud, who is a white and brown dog, and he starts chewing it. Sid takes a doll from his little sister Hannah and runs upstairs to treat her. Woody and Buzz, still in Sid's backpack, watch in horror as Sid replaces the doll's head with another toy's head. He happily gives it back to Hannah. Woody tries to get out of Sid's room, but the door is locked. He is horrified by Sid's nightmarish mutant toys, which Sid has butchered. Next morning, Sid interrogates Woody. Woody is saved when Sid is called away to eat his Pop-Tarts. Woody notices that Sid has left the door open. He finds Scud, scary even in his sleep. He backs up, but the ring on Woody's pullstring catches on the wrought iron stair railing. Dog wakes up and comes to investigate. Buzz says, "Split up." Buzz sees someone asleep in a recliner and notices that the television is on. As a disclaimer that Buzz is not a flying toy, Buzz begins to believe that he really is, as Woody keeps telling him. He spots an open window in the stairwell and tries to prove himself wrong by flying through it. He bounces off the stairs and lands in the hall, losing an arm in the process. Hannah picks Buzz up and carries him off to her room, where Woody finds him playing the part of Mrs. Nesbit at a tea party. Hannah out of the room so he can rescue Buzz. He opens the window in Sid's room and calls over to Andy's room, where Ham is beating Mr. Potato Head at Battleship. Most of the toys seem glad to see him. He tosses a string of Christmas lights across and tells them to tie it to something, but Mr. Potato Head says, "How about we don't?" But Buzz won't come to the window where the toys in Andy's room can see him, though he does throw Woody his detached arm. Woody uses the arm to make the toys think Buzz is standing next to him, but eventually slips up and they see that the arm isn't attached to Buzz. They let go of the string of lights, which falls to the ground. When Woody begs them to listen, they leave the window. Sid's mutant toys have surrounded Buzz. When Woody tries to drive them off, the baby-headed spider comes at him and takes away Buzz's arm. And reveals Buzz with his arm reattached. He's trying to apologize when they all disappear under the bed and Sid comes back. Sid has a rocket. He picks up Buzz instead. "I've always wanted to put a spaceman into orbit." A rainstorm forces him to delay the rocket launch until morning. That night, Woody convinces Buzz that even if he's not a space ranger, life as Andy's toy is still worth living, though Buzz regains his spirit in time to see the moving truck pull up to Andy's house. But before they can escape, Sid wakes up and takes Buzz. Woody pleads with the mutant toys to help him rescue Buzz and they hesitantly join him. Woody approaches Buzz, who's happy to see him and asks for help getting loose. Sid comes out, then notices Woody. He tosses Woody on the charcoal grill and says, "You and I can have a cookout later." While he's focused on this, toys are taking up positions all around the yard. Before Sid can light Buzz's fuse, Woody's voice recordings start playing. one after another, reach for the sky. His string hasn't been pulled. A rag doll climbs out of the sandbox and walks across the yard. Sid is panic-stricken. He screams, throws Woody in the air, and runs into the house, where he tells Hannah the toys are alive outside. Woody and other toys are celebrating. We did it. As Buzz thanks Woody, Woody and Buzz rush over and Woody climbs on the back of the car, but Buzz, still burdened with the rocket, can't get through. Woody comes back for him. They manage to get on the back of the moving van, but Scud runs after them. Buzz, sacrificing himself to save Woody, jumps on Scud's head, making him let go of Woody. Woody climbs back on the truck and pries open the cargo door as the truck comes to a stoplight. Woody pulls out RC, the remote-controlled car, and sends him to get Buzz, who's under a parked car where Scud can't reach him. The toys in the van think Woody is murdering another toy and try to stop him. The strong man spins him around. Ham jumps on Woody. The wrecked cars cut the dog off from his quarry and RC pulls away. "Toss him overboard," he says, and they do and dash, but Woody holds on to RC's controller. RC sweeps Woody off his feet and Woody turns RC up to turbo so they can catch up to the moving truck. Lenny the binoculars notices RC and his passengers gaining on them and alerts the other toys. Slink, stretched past his limit, loses his grip and RC coughs to a stop in the middle of the road. Then Buzz remembers he still has a rocket strapped to his back, and Woody remembers he still has the match Sid put in his holster. He strikes it and is about to light Buzz's fuse when the wind of a passing car, but when Woody's hand starts to smoke, he realizes that Buzz's helmet concentrates the sunlight just as Sid's magnifying glass did. They use it to light the fuse. The rocket catches them up to the truck and lifts them off the ground. Buzz opens his wings, which apparently break the tape holding him to the rocket. They pass the truck again and fall through the minivan sunroof, landing neatly in the box next to Andy,